Hello, my name is Dennis Cook, and I am a representative from the UT Libraries here to tell you today about our grant proposal to better support the needs of first generation college students. First, I'll give you a brief summary of our project. Uh, the percentage of first generation students is increasing on our campus and around the country. They made up 18% of the class of 2026 at the University of Tennessee, which represents a 31% increase since 2016. First generation students face six major needs/concerns, which I'll discuss in further detail in a moment. And our plan is to provide better support for first generation students through the creation of a liaison program, increased outreach events, and improved interdepartmental collaboration. We are also planning on repurposing study spaces in the university libraries and updating library signage, messaging, handouts, and displays in areas that are most often used. Next, I'll tell you about the statement of need. First generation students, as I said, are an ever increasing percentage of admission classes around the country. They're estimated to be about 33% of college students enrolled nationwide. They're defined as students who come from families in which their parents lack higher education experience. However, there are multiple definitions used for research, which causes the percentage to vary around the country. However, the federal definition is the most often used for first generation students. The challenges that they face six major areas of need/concern: academic and tutoring, concerns and challenges with the rigor of coursework, the need for support and academic preparedness, social and cultural, concerns about connecting with peers, perceived reflections of cultural identity, home and family. They have concerns about being homesick and separation from family, and as well as pressure from their family to succeed. Have trouble navigating college and understanding how the college system works and where to find help. They have financial concerns about the ability to afford college and unexpected costs. Lastly, they have mentoring and advising challenges, which they need university assigned mentors and peer mentors, academic advisors, as well as mentoring and advising done through first generation student programs. How do first generation students view academic libraries? They may often hold misconceptions about academic libraries, that they're only used to study, spend time in between classes, or print out documents. This is due to the lack of adequate high school preparation, which often leads to confusion of first generation students and affects their ability to understand how academic libraries work. They prefer to seek help from instructors and teaching assistants rather than librarians, and this makes it easy for first generation students to be overwhelmed by the academic library experience and the amount of interaction it requires. Why are academic libraries suited to help first generation students? They play an important role in helping first generation students succeed because they are promoted as spaces that are central to the student academic experience, inclusive to all, and serve as major hubs of student support. It is important for libraries to be configured in terms of space, services, and staffing. They need to be inclusive and responsive to the needs of first generation students. As a result, there is significant potential for the UT libraries to directly support the engagement and success of first generation students and change the way in which they view libraries on campus. Next, I'll talk about our project design. Phase one is the strategic planning phase, which will occur during the third month of the process. That's where library administrators and campus/community stakeholders will meet to identify the challenges that first generation students face and discuss possible solutions. Phase two is the configuration phase, which will occur during the fourth month of the process, in which the administrators and community and campus stakeholders will once again meet to consider all the information that was gathered during phase one and how best to put it to use. And our three solutions that we came up with were creation of a liaison program, increased outreach events, improved interdepartmental collaboration, repurposing study spaces in the UT libraries, updating library signage, messaging, handouts, and displays. The third and final phase of the focus groups, which will occur during the eighth month of the process, to obtain feedback about the proposed changes. They'll have several sessions focusing on specific student populations, such as currently enrolled first generation students, incoming first generation students, and campus/community stakeholders. In Appendix A and B, you can see examples of the questions and surveys that will be given to the first generation students and incoming first generation students before and after they participate in the focus groups. Some additional benefits of the focus groups will be including incoming first generation students will allow us to begin building relationships with them before they arrive on campus. It will also allow us to strengthen relationships and collaborative efforts with campus and community stakeholders. Next, I'll tell you about our diversity plan. We plan on creating an inclusive and supportive library environment uh, where first generation students feel welcome, empowered, and inspired to achieve their academic goals. We plan to achieve this through targeted initiatives. Our plan seeks to address the specific challenges that I mentioned before that first generation students face. And once it has been implemented, we are confident these plans will positively impact retention, graduation, and academic success. We believe it will be beneficial for first generation students, but also other students, such as underrepresented minorities and others who may face similar challenges. Next, I'll tell you about our impact of our grant proposal. We, uh, we believe that once our proposal is successfully implemented, it will lead to improved academic performance, increased graduation rates, enhanced confidence and self-efficacy, and an institutional transformation that will make the UT libraries a more inclusive environment and benefit everyone on campus. We hope it will serve as a model for other academic libraries as a way in which to provide better support to other student groups that are marginalized. Next, I'll tell you about our budget. We plan on hiring 2 positions, as you can see on the slide here, for the personnel. Then to show our supplies and materials that we will be needing for our outreach events, training sessions, focus groups. And lastly, we have the travel equipment and total cost, the total cost of the total grant proposal for 2 years, you can see on the bottom. Then next, you can see my own personal resume. And Appendix A has the questions that will be asked for the incoming first generation students and currently enrolled first generation students. And Appendix B has more questions that we will ask the first generation students to answer. And then lastly, we have my bibliography. Thank you for your time and consideration, and I hope to hear from you soon.